You're someone who has taken the running world by storm over the past few years. And you must have experienced that there is a real outpouring of love for you all over the world. Why do you think that is?
I think because everybody have seen people do just the same things. For me, when I'm running, I kind of mix. I go up and down. Sometimes I run 50, 100-meter marathon, and people think, they always thought, when athletes move to the marathon, it is harder to back to the track. They have never done, but I'm just very curious. I was like, okay, what if I did this? What if I do? So I think maybe because I run marathon and go back to track, and then I go run marathon and go back to the track. The first times, I think, when the people shocked in London Marathon, 2023, when I stopped straight. And I won the race. Then I did, after 2 months, I did some track race. And they was like, that's possible. Then I did World Championship after 3 months. And then I get silver, I think silver 1500 meter or something.
Yeah.
And then after 6 weeks, I did Chicago Marathon. And then I ran the fastest second time ever. And maybe that's why people think it's just something crazy.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of things people really like about you. Certainly speaking from my own experience, you run with a real carefree joy, right? You smile a lot, and it's just a beautiful smile from the inside of you that I think people are not used to seeing when athletes compete. So I think that's one reason. This curiosity, this joy. I think also this idea that you constantly move out of your comfort zone. You're not afraid to fail at something. You're not afraid to say, yeah, you know what? I know most athletes don't do this, but I'm going to go from the 5K to the marathon. I think that's also something that people really admire and respect about you. Where do you think that comes from?
It could be the experience. Also, I think this could be something also inside, just because I come as a young lady to Netherlands, and that's also just a kind of out of comfort zone. And then I was like, I think around the age 20 something, I have to take step my life for big picture. I was taught 2016, the years of Rio, I get injured before the race. Like, I thought I'm not even going to go Rio. And after that, I was really depressed. I was so angry, and I even hated running. I used to lock the door and not talk to anyone. I thought, this is not healthy. And, I'm also Muslim, and according to us, like, when something happened to you, you should be grateful. You should say, I'm healthy, I have felt this. You always look the people down to you. You can't complain too much about life. So I thought, it is also against my religion. That's not good. I say to myself, I'm going to stop running. I think I was I don't know, I was 24 or something. I decided to go holiday by myself, for a month. I go Morocco, I go somewhere else. And after that, I want to run. But when I want to run, I really want to change myself. Whether what has happened, I just have fun. I just want to see. And then I decided to also go to America. I already built a friendship in Netherlands. I have good friend. I have already home, family, everything there. And I decided I'm going to go to America. So I talked to everybody. Many people say, actually, look, Sifan, you are already in Diamond League, top number 1 or number 2. Every race, even 800, 1500 meters, 5 kilometers, whatever you race, you are top 3. If you move from this coach, what if you don't succeed? So I have to decide, I have to think, if this thing does a success, I'm going to have failure. So I look at myself, okay, when I go later, when I'm 55 years, do I go back, look it, and this thing is not good to do? Or I should done this? I say, I look at us okay, what if I don't get success? But it's still my brain want to try that,
Yeah.
When I don't want to regret it later. It doesn't matter, I did everything. So the hardest moment when you are success, you think, this is the way. I'm always number 3, number 2, sometimes winning. But I just thought, okay, even if I don't win, I will take some step to go to US.
Yeah, this is so interesting because many people play it safe in life, don't they? They get let's say, a degree of success I'm not talking about athletics and running now, about anything. They get to a degree of success and then they stay locked where they are. They don't want to push themselves beyond that. What if they lose what they've got?
Yeah, you get it, man. I think.
Yeah, and that's the thing when I listen to you talk and hear your words, it very much comes across that you're someone who, as you said, you don't want regrets. You'd rather take a risk and fail than not having taken the risk at all, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get my point. So that is, I think, even I was thinking some half of my brain thought I'm going to lose and never win or never be number 3 or don't even make to Olympic. But it's still my brain, just tried it. And when you get older, you say, I did everything, to be the best runner, to improve myself. So when I make that decision, I can't tell you I become totally different because that's the most hardest. You are already having something. You have good contract to the shoe company. I could provide for myself. I would run world championships. I already in safe place, but I have to move out of this comfort zone, push myself. No one was helping me. There's many people like, no, that's not a good idea. How is possible you're going to do that?
Yeah, people say this a lot, don't they? They unintentionally put us down and keep us where we are, right? Oh, it's not a good idea. It's really interesting. There's a lot of non-runners who listen to this podcast, okay? And just to put it in context, for people who are not familiar with running, in 2023, you ran the London Marathon, one of the premier marathon races on the planet. That was your very first marathon, and you ended up winning it. Okay, so I don't know if that has ever been done before, someone in their first race. What was also incredible is during that race, you were written off by the experts on many occasions. I don't know if you've seen a rerun and heard what the commentators were saying.
Yeah.
Because you stopped at various times, right? To stretch, and I've watched a rerun and some of these very, very experienced commentators actually said, somebody should take her off the course. She's going to damage herself. Yet you came from nowhere to not only catch up with the lead pack, you then went and won the race, right? So talk us through that race. Did you think about pulling out? When you were pulling up at the side and stretching your hamstring and the leaders are getting further ahead, what went through your mind?
So as a pro athlete, when you want to run marathon, you don't go to major marathon, big marathon. Like London, you don't even think it.
Oh, you warm up in other races first?
Yeah, other races, you always do the safe part. You go just a small marathon and you just see how good you are, then you're good. But to me, as immediately, when I say I'm going to run marathon, I was like, I'm going to do London. They was like, London is too risky because they're going a lot of big people. Like, it's better you run some small. I say, no, I want to do London. Then after, when you go home, you're like, is that a smart idea? No. Your brain is like, I think that's stupid. So I had really for 3 months, just even the night, that's not a good idea. It's better listen, listen to the people around you. You're like, again, no, I want to do it. So when the race happened, and I just say, see, oh my God, everybody telling me I didn't listen, this is going to happen. I was like, even asking God, I just want to go something like 25K, 28K. So I just say, I have experience,
Hold on. So when you were stretching and it looked to everyone that you were injured, in your head, you were saying, I knew this would happen. Everyone told me not to race. So how did you go from that to winning?
I kind of stretched as like, just let me run just 2K, 3K more. And I was like, the pain, it didn't increase.
It did not increase.
Like, it didn't increase. Then I start running. It was shock. Then I was like, the pain was like staying there. I thought, okay. I was like, actually, okay, I'm going to do. When I was 38, like around 28 or something, I was already grateful. I say, I don't care what happened, even if I stop also, I have experience. I was like, I have experience.
So when you're at 28K and the race, for people who don't know, is 42K, you're just going, okay, this is good. I've got the experience. I've run 28K at a major marathon. Doesn't matter what happens. No. I'm still learning about this new discipline.
Yeah.
Okay, then what happens?
Then I was really already happy. Like, this is the experience. Next time I'm going to be better. I was running. Then I think I didn't know how to drink because I have Ramadan. Whole month I didn't drink. I didn't practice. I almost get hit by bus when I grabbed the drink. When I saw the athletes taking the drink, I read it and I was like, okay, how much I have to drink? I was like,
so you're watching the other top athletes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, they're taking 2 sips.
Exactly.
Okay.
And at 35, I don't know, for some reason, I cut the group. I was already celebrating. People say, oh, she's going to win. I didn't care. I was celebrating. I was like, I'm so happy. I was with this elite athlete who's the greatest marathon runner ever. I was so grateful. I think one thing in our life also, being grateful is actually what makes you lead to success. I was so grateful and I was cheering. And my energy actually increased by just, somebody, when you win, you already have for a couple hours high energy. I was already celebrating, I was celebrating.
So that was at 38K.
I ran.
So you're feeling grateful. The gratitude is giving you more energy.
Yeah.
You're with some of the top runners of all time. So there's 4K left. What goes on between 38 and 42 that means you end up getting the gold?
So I was running with them. I was just happy with our number 4, number 3. I didn't fail. I was like, in the end, I was like, I know I have kick, but the kick become really, I was so powerful. I was sprinting like crazy. I was like, couldn't believe it. Like, I never imagined I will go to London Marathon as my first marathon and I'm going to win. I was like, I won London Marathon. The marathon I watched on the TV, I was like, really, I couldn't believe it. I was a sprinter. I was like, I'm winning London Marathon.
But it's funny, when you were sprinting, and I think this goes back to what people love about you, there was a playfulness with your sprint, okay? It certainly to me, and I'm not a running coach, it wasn't an intense focus, right? I practiced this, now I've got to run, I've got 100 meters to go. It was almost this disbelief, this kind of happiness, this, I don't know, there was a real freedom I felt watching you. And I don't know, it keeps coming back to the same point, which is how many of us listen to the voices around us that maybe our parents, maybe our work colleagues, maybe our boss, maybe our friends, they're not trying to keep us down. They're trying to help us. Yeah, people were trying to help you say, hey, don't go to the London Marathon. It's risky.
Yeah.
But Sifan, even that word risky is interesting to me. I don't know what your take is, but it's only risky, I guess, if the goal is winning.
Yeah.
If the goal is just to get experience, well, it's not risky, right?
Yeah.
So it depends what your definition of success is.
So what you say is right. So 2019, I become the best 1500 meter, 5K, and 10,000 meter runner. So you people around you or you coach always choose the safe. I was in 3 events, so I have to cancel one because the 1,500 meter, 5,000 meter, just 13 minutes apart. So the 5,000 meter and the 10,000 meter runner, the same athlete. So if you win 10,000 meter, because you're going to compete with the same athlete, you're going to you don't know what will happen, but you're going to guarantee by almost 99% you're going to win 5,000 meter also. So I told my coaches, like, okay, I'm so grateful. You win 10,000 meter, so you're going to do 5,000 meter because the people you go the race it, the same people, you already easy win that one, you're going to win. You're going to become like Mo Farah. I told him, no, I want to do 1,500 meter. He's like, I argued with him almost 2 days. Suddenly, he's like, this is risky, 1,500 meter, a fresh athlete, you already ran 10,000 meter, you leg start, in 1,500 meter also tactic. You could end up becoming number 5. It's tactic race. I told him, it's life all about gold. He's like, no. I say to him, leave me do that and what I love. I just want to do experience.
When you said, is life just about gold? My whole body lit up. That went straight to my heart, I promise you, because this is something I think about all the time. How are we defining success, right? The people around you is like, yeah, we want you to win. So the best chance of winning is to do 10,000 and 5,000. If you do 1,500, you may not win. But what if winning isn't the goal?
Exactly.
What if experience is the goal?
Exactly.
You know, life is not just about gold.
Yeah, I remember he couldn't answer that. He let me do. And luckily, I get away with it. I won. But that things really helped me because that's the first thing. Then I come to Tokyo years. I was the best shape of my life. And I've ever been. So I choose to do 3 events. And then, like, that's like crazy thing. And then from 2019, I was thinking I'm going to do 3 events. I'm training with myself. But with my brain, that's crazy. What if you lose everything? So then COVID come, cancel. Imagine I have to carry that thing, training for 2021. When 2021 come, 2021 come, I told I'm going to do 3 events. I can't tell you how many people told me, you're going to go empty hand. Even the people who's like really close to me, no, she's not going to she's not going to win this. She's not going to win this, but she's going to win this. Even the person I tell as a secretary, like, I don't think so she's going to get in TV. I don't think so she's going to get this. And even the one called me, no, you're going to go empty hand. That's crazy. That's stupid. That's whatever.
Do you feel any pressure? What I mean by that is, you're a professional athlete, okay? So maybe your sponsors, right? Presumably, they're wanting you to be getting medals and being photographed with the gold medal or the silver or the bronze, whatever. When everyone around you is saying no, does that make you even more determined to follow your heart? Or like, is that there anyway? Or when the people are saying no around you, are you quite stubborn where you go, right, you're saying no? I'm going to show you by saying yes.
It's what my heart wants. Even if you tell me it's this or that, but it's still, if I can be also flexible, I can say, oh, that's maybe no smart. But it's like always something inside me, like, no, do. I want to experience. I want to see what is possible. This is actually take a power over me, what inside me I want. I'm very determined when I want it, not when the people tell me you can't do it. Sometimes I say, okay, whatever you say, I don't care. And I just walk away. But if I believe it, I don't care how many voices shout.
Were you always like that, even as a little girl growing up in Ethiopia?
I was very curious. I was very hard for my mom. And luckily, I think it is good. I was grow up in Ethiopia because in Ethiopia, the different I see in Ethiopia and in Netherlands, the children different. In Ethiopia, you have baby, the baby's 2-3 years, so the baby do her own things, you know. But in Netherlands, they do every time for children. Right? In Ethiopia, imagine you already more independent. As a child, you do your own things. But it's also come because I have in my life, as a young girl, I have a lot of experience around the world. I have lived in Africa as a young girl. I lived in Netherlands and I go to America. So I become more open-minded. Before I was scared. My curiosity, I keep it to myself. I let my curiosities go outside.
Yeah. You mentioned the word gratitude a lot in this conversation. You mentioned in the 2023 London Marathon, your first marathon that you ended up winning, when you were back on the track after stretching your legs, you just felt grateful that you were able to continue and still be in this incredible race. Yeah. You also said before that, though, that I think in 2016, you were feeling quite angry and frustrated with performances, right? And you had to remind yourself that your religion teaches you that it's important to be grateful.
Yeah.
So I'm interested, what happened? Because it sounds like there's been quite a profound shift in your psychology with how you approach these things. In 2016, anger and frustration. 2023, 2024, 2025, a lot more relaxed and grateful for what you get to do. Tell me about that change.
So when I want to, as I grew up as I told you, when I was a child, my family is Muslim, but they really don't know that much about religion. So when I was decide to go to America, I was like, well, actually, why I'm Muslim? I have to learn about it, you know? I started deep reading it and I learned a lot. And that when I was like, actually, to me, the Islam become the way of life. Not only just a religion, the way of life. Because I come as a younger girl, even in Netherlands, I don't know how to handle when I'm happy. I don't know how to live life when I'm sad. I was to Netherlands by myself. So I have to learn from something. So that teach me, okay, this is the way you live, this is the way you handle when you're angry. I learn a lot from the religion of Muslim. I'm also, how I'm curious. I'm like in Netherlands, free. You can do drug, and I had a lot of also bad friends. So I could ended up doing bad things, but luckily because of the religion, I ended up actually in good way.
So for you, it sounds like your religion gave you a framework for how to live.
Thank you. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Be grateful, right? Be appreciative for what you have, do this, don't do that, or whatever it might be. It's interesting. Can you, I don't know how much you're prepared to share, but you were born in Ethiopia, right?
Yeah.
How was your early childhood in Ethiopia?
It was really beautiful. So you grow up, you don't have car, you just work for yourself, you run to the school. It's just like playing around. To me, it is just as a child, that's one of your dreams. When you're a child, you don't care about gold house, gold car, gold thing. You're just like, you pray, you play, you do barefoot. I grew up running barefoot to there and to here. And it is just a beautiful, as a child, I really enjoy my life. But as you grow up, some of Africa country, it is a lot of problem that without just my nature. I'm very why this, why that. In Africa, sometimes you can't say why this, why that. You have to keep quiet.
As a girl or as a human being?
As a human being, it's very hard actually. Especially with the politics back then, you have to just ask to live the way it is. But as a human being, even as a kid, I ask everything. And actually that fit me because in Netherlands, they ask everything. And they're very direct also.
Okay, so you had a happy childhood, running around, barefoot running, asking questions until you weren't able to. You went to school there. And when you left Ethiopia for the Netherlands at the age of 15, was it just you by yourself?
I left with somebody, but it's I don't really have... as a young, you really need your mom, your dad who guide you to how to live life. I didn't have that one. But I have a lot of mentor in Netherlands, but it is just the culture, the life is totally different. It's totally opposite.
Did you choose the Netherlands or was that just one of the options? No.
It just happened.
Really?
Really.
For many of us who have grown up and live in the West, we possibly can't even fathom what it is like at the age of 14 or 15 to have to leave our family and our country to go thousands of miles away and live in a different country with a different culture. Are you happy sharing why you left in the end?
It is just all the politics. I can't go forever. I think it takes a long. But it's just so back then in Ethiopia, you many people I think it's almost, could be from one president to other president. Some president ruled for 30 years, some people 45 years. So it's almost gone, start from my grandpa, my grandfather, my father, and just always the politics. So I think now it's getting better, but still, I think some area, they have also 3 years ago, and they have a war, they have to leave. So every time just go around, one group leave, the other group leave, the other. This is just freaking politics in Africa.
And so when you left, you arrive in the Netherlands. What were those first few days like?
In Ethiopia, every door is open. Every door is open. Every people there's a lot of community. The children play together, and so the door is closed. I'm why the door is closed here?
Right.
For me also, this is the hardest things. That's the hardest thing. And I'm also a very outdoor person. So most of the time you stay inside and watching movie or whatever. I was why? That's the hardest thing. I think for 2 years, I really don't want to stay in Netherlands. I just was no, it's not my things. But luckily, I become independent. I have to think about my life. I was become a student. I have to focus. I was I'm fine. And I think I adapt to the culture also after that very fast. Because they are very direct and very open-minded. That's what I am very fitted in.
Yeah. I've read that you call yourself a very proud Dutch citizen.
Yes.
How do you think about nationality? You grew up in Ethiopia, your family are Ethiopian, yet you now reside in the Netherlands and Holland. Mm-hmm. You know, it's interesting to me.
Yes.
And the reason I ask also is because I'm, not in the same way as you at all, but my parents were immigrants from India to the UK in the 1960s and 1970s. So, growing up, I have an Indian background at home. And then in the day I'm at school, so there's kind of Indian values at home, Western values at school. So I've thought a lot about, who am I? Am I British? Am I Indian? Why does it even matter? Which is what I think these days. But how do you think about nationality?
I think to me also, I'm young enough to say I'm Netherlands. I know about Ethiopia also. So I was also very confused. Because when I go back to home a couple years ago, when they talk about Netherlands, I get impatient, I get angry. When somebody also say about Ethiopia, I get whatever. So suddenly I become like, okay, I'm just both. Even because now I feel so I go to America, so I even feel, I know American people. I lived 7 years almost, 60 years. So I think if people go, can you change us? Like back then to 10 years, 10 years ago, I was like, I don't want that. But now if I go back, that's the amazing thing happened to me. So it's good things that people know about one place and then come to another place and come to that place. So now it is for me, it's like, why it matter? Why I have to be Ethiopia? Why it matter? Why I have to be Netherlands? Kind of both.
Yeah.
I'm very proud to be African. I'm very proud to be European. Like, it's just deep inside. Like, I think you know that.
I love hearing that perspective because I think nationality is a thing that people get so attached to. And I mean, the more I think about these things, I think the more attachments we have, the more trapped we become.
Exactly.
Right? We're all part of the human race.
Yes.
Right? We're all trying to get on in the world, achieve our goals, lift people up around us. And I think these labels sometimes become really quite limiting for us. And, it's interesting, the London Marathon 2025 was probably just over 24 hours ago when it finished. And the London Marathon Instagram page and your page posted a beautiful video of you having finished. And I think one of your Dutch counterparts was still coming in and you were so excited and you were smiling and you were cheering. And it was really nice to see that sort of camaraderie.
Yeah, like I will tell you the secret I never tell anyone yet. I had some breathing problem. I just figured out because yesterday the highest polar, I have a whole polar allergy. So I couldn't catch up. My brain's like, you can't.
You were feeling the pollen yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Wow.
So I didn't know that. I just hear it was high pollen, but I couldn't breathe. So the secret I want to tell you, I was already number 3. I know I don't catch, but in my brain, you're not going to catch. I said, at least you're going to enjoy what is going to happen to the man. Like immediately I finish, I'm like, I have to watch the man. So
watch the ending of the men's race.
Exactly. When I'm racing, like 5 or 6 kilometers left, I know I couldn't catch them. The number one, the leaders. So I was telling my brothers, like, okay, at least you're going to enjoy who's going to win at the man. The man, they have this year the strongest field ever. I was even curious about how Abdi Nagir going to race. I know he's training, he's really in good shape. I was curious about Elliot. I was curious about Kiplemo. So I was even telling a day before, I wish I don't race. I just sit down and watch my race.
Yeah, it's fascinating hearing that. I mean, I've got so many questions about that race, but one of the things you said before about your first marathon in 2023, when you didn't, because it was Ramadan beforehand, you hadn't trained to know how much fluid should I take, which distance should I take it, things that most marathon runners are practicing and they're getting dialed in completely. And then you weren't taking a drink, right? And then yesterday in the men's race, of course, at that 35-kilometer drink station, that's when the whole race changed.
Yes.
When the winner didn't take a drink, everyone else takes a drink. And he stretches this big gap.
Yeah, the lady
That's what happened.
The lady did to me that too.
Really?
At 20, I took drink, they didn't take the stretch me out.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
It's very interesting. Yeah, you need the fuel actually. That's how we believe as scientifically. They say you have to have drink at the time.
Yeah, but again, it's these... again, I'm not saying we don't need the fuel, but it's interesting that the guy who won the men's race yesterday didn't take the fuel, but instead he took the opportunity to create a psychological advantage.
Yeah.
And then I think, well, maybe in 2023, one of the reasons you ran is because maybe you didn't drink.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good thing.
That's true. But also, I think the biggest, whatever your brain believe, if you are society, you will do it. That's I think the guys just take, I take this opportunity, I'm going to destroy them. That's what they did, I think.
I'm delighted to announce that AG1, the daily health drink that has been in my own life for over 6 years now, have updated and improved their formulation based upon the latest science. And to celebrate, by giving my audience a very special offer. Some of the upgrades include more magnesium, which supports muscle function and improves the ability of your nervous system to relax, and also 5 strains of bacteria instead of just 2 to reflect the latest advances in microbiome science. It also contains key nutrients like vitamin C, biotin, niacin, vitamin B6, riboflavin, thiamine, zinc, and folate in bioavailable forms the body can easily and readily utilize, maximizing their potential benefits. Nutrition can often seem really complicated. What diet should we be following? What supplements should we be taking? And I think that's one of the main reasons I really like AG1. They make it really simple for you to be the best version of you. Over 70 ingredients, 1 scoop, once a day for less than a cup of coffee. So if you want to support your health 7 mornings a week, get started with AG1, and right now we have a very special limited time offer worth £58, which is around $80 US. To get 10 free travel packs instead of the usual 5, and an awesome welcome kit containing your shaker, scoop, and canister with your first subscription, go to drinkag1.com/live more. Boncharge are a wellness brand that have a fantastic range of products designed to help you feel better, live better, and sleep better. From blue light glasses to red light therapy devices and beyond, Boncharge make it really easy for you to prioritize your wellness at home. And I myself have been using many of their products for well over 5 years now. One of my current favorites is their Demi red light therapy device. I've been following the research on red light therapy for many years, and the potential benefits include enhanced recovery, better skin, improved eye health, and also improved sleep. Now, since I got this panel, I've been sitting in front of it for about 10 minutes every morning whilst reading and 10 minutes every evening. And I'm definitely finding that I feel more relaxed, I'm falling asleep much faster, and overall, I would say I've had a big increase in energy. To get 20% off all of their products, go to boncharge.com/live more. Can you explain to me, because I'm not an elite athlete like you, the importance of that psychology, right? So at a drink station, let's say you're all running together in a group, right? And let's say someone does make a break and they get ahead. What is that like for an athlete? Like if suddenly someone you were running with, suddenly you find is quite far ahead of you in just a few moments, what does it do to you psychologically? Because the commentators kept mentioning you because you won London, you're the Olympic gold medalist from last year's marathon. And when they started to break away, your name kept coming up. The commentators kept saying they're worried about Sifan's kick. So they're going to keep checking to make sure they've got clear of Sifan. They don't want to risk being with her at the end. Now, again, that's the commentators. I don't know if that's true from the athletes. But obviously, because of your amazing kick in 2023 and at the Olympics last year, where there was all kinds of stuff going on at the end, right? How much does that psychology play
into
when you're actually racing?
It's really play
So it's a big role.
Big one. So because of what I did in London, I was in Paris, and I was feeling so good at 20K.
20K?
Yeah, 20K.
So halfway through?
Yeah, halfway. I was feeling good. And I was like, I saw they are struggling going downhill. I said, can I break them here? And I try to pass them. And they speak the language, Ethiopian, and I hear the language, I understand. There's like, what she's doing. The other guy said, I think she's going to go. And I was like, no, I'm not going to go. I'll come back.
So you heard them talking about you.
Yeah, talking about me. I was like, oh, okay, these people are just focused on me. So I saw like all of them look at me like they are only racing with me. So I told myself, no, go back. I just go back. Let me just be safe. Just let me play the safe card.
That's interesting. So do you think that's because you came from nowhere in 2020? Not from nowhere, to be clear. Obviously, you're an elite athlete. But in terms of the marathon, because you hadn't done that before and you win your first race, like everyone's thinking, oh my God, we have to watch her.
I have seen a lot of amazing athletes who did amazing on the track and then the marathon. It's total, because the energy system is totally different. So I come from nowhere. It's not only the way I win in London was unusual also. So you can't say a person stretch, stop, walk and miss, almost drink and then go win. So that's give you, this, even somebody come to me, they was like, they want to beat you. They're like in Tokyo, I race before Paris, they say, they want to beat you. But the coach say, we're not focused on Tokyo, we are going to beat her in Paris. So even the London one marathon, because the way I win is totally different, it make like I was the greatest marathon runner for many athletes in the head.
So when you heard them talking about you, so this is, I didn't know any of this, this is interesting. So you're in the 2024 Olympic Marathon. And again, just for the non-runners, you did something remarkable in that Olympics. You competed in the 5K, the 10K, and then the marathon, right? And I remember, because I remember this so well. I had just gone on a family holiday with my wife and children to Kenya for 4 weeks. And we had just come back and we were watching the Olympics on television. And me, my son and my daughter watched your marathon race. And we were talking about, we just round the TV thinking, she must be knackered today. She must be exhausted because she's just done the 5K and the 10K. Who's going to do a marathon after already being tired? And what was the time span between the 5K, the 10K and the marathon?
So the time span was like, the 5K was 2 days, and then at the 10K, then between the 5K is 2 times. I raced 2 times. The heat.
Oh, the heat.
One day. Yeah, then 2 days.
2 5Ks.
Yeah, 2 5K. And then I raced the 10,000 and then I have 36. But
36 hours before the marathon. A day and a half.
Yeah, but for me it wasn't really 36 hours because it's less because I have doping control there. I have the mixed zone interview. It takes like 2 hours.
All the interviews afterwards.
Yeah, and then I have doping control. I have like 2 a.m. to my hotel.
Oh, so you get to your hotel at 2 a.m. So you're already late. You're not going to get enough sleep.
No way. And I was like lying down, and you have also when you race as elite athlete, we have really high adrenaline.
Adrenaline, you've just been racing.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. You can't sleep. So the things I had just a night before the marathon, and I go early on 9 p.m. to go sleep, but my body doesn't want to sleep because I always come later for medallist ceremony. Like I couldn't sleep until 1 a.m. or something, and by 4 a.m. I have to wake up.
I mean, it just makes it even more remarkable that you got Olympic gold after all of this. But again, going back to one of the themes earlier on, I think, Sifan, this is one of the things people love about you. There's this, like, impossible doesn't seem to exist for you. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm going to do it. Doesn't matter. You know, I think many of us in life, we allow excuses to get in our way. We go, oh, you know what, that's happened. Of course I can't do this. And for me, one of the most inspiring things about you is that it seems that you don't really allow excuses in. Like, as you said, there's more to life than winning gold. Okay. A great life lesson for all of us. And it seems to be this can-do attitude. It's like, yeah, okay, well, you know what? The race finished. I had interviews for 2 hours. I had to do my doping control tests. I'm knackered, but hey ho, why don't I do the marathon and see what happens? Is that literally how you approach it?
Yeah, to me, I think many people, especially, number one, how we destroy ourselves to have an excuse. Like for London Marathon, for yesterday, if I make excuse, they're like, oh, she's great because she have this problem. But I'm also destroying myself. The good thing is actually because we scared, why we don't do many things, why we don't try? Because we scared for failure. If we fail, and then people going to judge us. For example, if everybody's like, oh, she's great, I want to be always, they call me greater. Because when they say it's great, I'm already in comfort zone because everybody think I'm great. But if I try to out of that great comfort zone, I will be maybe challenge failure. People going to talk about me. I'm not good. So we're scared of actually judging. People judge us. I think the great thing is just try it and don't care what they say. You try, Don't think also to be like greatest. Just do your best. There is nobody great in everything. There is also nobody's have bad in anything. Everybody have something. Just try, So what I see is people just scared of trying, because somebody going to judge them.
This is, such an important bit of wisdom you just shared there for people. It's really interesting that you race marathons, but that's really a metaphor for life, isn't it? Life is a marathon.
Yeah, exactly.
In life, we have to endure. Things are going to happen. It's going to feel tough at times. And somehow we have to find a way to get through. And actually, I was watching a video of yours this morning, Sifan, and it was really inspiring because you were saying, and to be clear for everyone, you are, one of the world's best athletes. You've got 6 Olympic medals, I believe.
Yeah.
You're the current Olympic marathon gold medalist. Yet you still say that you have both parts of your mind. Sometimes you're really scared before you do something. You have fear, you have nerves.
Yes.
You're scared that you're not good enough, that you are not enough. Yet you do it anyway. And I thought, wow, if someone with 6 Olympic medals is saying that should be inspiring for all of us, for those of us who let fear get in the way of us living our best lives.
I think I'm going to look... For example, after I won a Paris Olympic, everybody think I'm great. So I took, after Olympic, 4 or 5 months off, and I'm already gaining also weight. And especially 6 weeks ago, I was ready to run London Marathon. So in my heart, because I did already out of comfort zone, I wasn't scared. But I know if another athlete, if they are not sure they're going to win, they don't come. But to me, I already used to. Because 21, I won gold, and 1 silver. 22, I had bad years. I didn't win any race. So they was like, she's done. Her life is over. Believe me, we're all scared. I'm scared. I'm terrified sometimes. But I just do it. I just win over my fear. So I'm going to tell everybody, wherever you look, try it. Who cares? Okay, done. As long as it's not dangerous, as long as it doesn't kill you, just try it.
So this is interesting. Okay, so having won gold at the London Marathon in 2023, having won gold at the Olympic Marathon in Paris in 2024, you came 3rd in the London Marathon yesterday. Okay, some people might look at that as a failure.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If someone's listening right now and they think, yeah, well, you won 2 golds and then you came 3rd. Well, that's not good. That's not what you would be expecting of yourself. Or whatever story they have about you, what would you say to them?
I say, actually, you're greater because of failure. The more you try, the more you fail. The more also you succeed because you try. Imagine if you try only 1-2 times, you may win 1-2 times. But if I try 10 times, I fail 5 times, I win 5 times. Who is the winner? I'm winner. I win more than you. So it's like this. You could have a lot of failure, but you also have the chance to win. Look, I tried it 6 distance at the 2 Olympic. I have 3 bronze. I have 3 gold. So, and I also tried so many marathons, and I'm already have.
But it's not even, for me, when I hear that, it's not even just how many golds you've got, right? You could have played it safe and just stuck to your distances. Then you never would have learnt about
anything.
The marathon and that it's a different event, different energy systems. How do you maintain that concentration for 42 kilometers, not just 5K or 10K?
Yeah.
And then going beyond the gold medals, it's also about life and what do we want our experience of life to be? Because how many new life experiences have you experienced through challenging yourself? So whether you got gold or not,
forget about it. Of
course it's important. Great. I'm not diminishing it. It's great that you've got the gold medals. But even if you hadn't, you would have learned so much about yourself, which you wouldn't have learned had you played it safe.
Exactly. That's also, for me, is the people think it is all about running. No, it's not about running. It is also where after I go out of my running career, I can jump into any business or anything. I will still figure out. I will still way out to solve the problem. I will still have the solution for the problem.
But that's where the confidence comes from, doesn't it? Right? The confidence that you now have, even beyond your running career, to solve problems, and problems are going to come up in life.
Of course.
The confidence comes from taking risks, from going outside your comfort zone. I mean, to some people, these things sound like cliches, but they're cliches because they're true, right? This is literally how you learn.
Exactly. It's normal to have up and down. It's like if we have perfect life, we don't even enjoy, I think. We don't even enjoy life, I think.
Going back to the 2024 Olympic Marathon, you were telling me how halfway through, you were feeling good, despite having done the 5K and the 10K and not much sleep leading up to it. You're feeling good halfway through and you were thinking about making a run, making a break, right? And you heard some of your competitors talking in Ethiopian. You could hear the language that they were worried or they were thinking about what you're going to do, right? So you decided, okay, I'm not going to go. Why did you hearing them focusing on you, why did that lead you to change your decision? Instead of going, why did you hang back then?
Because when I look at them, I'm like, oh, they worry about me. And I look at the Kenyan, they also look at me. I know they are hunting me. They wasn't focused on the race, they're hunting me. I was like, why you have to be just stay there and do the best? And I also tell myself, before the race, I will do the best of my race. Just try to compete with myself. So that I go back and say, just stay behind, race, just don't make any mistake. I come back. That's really saved me.
So it almost gave you an increased confidence.
Exactly.
You think, oh, they're talking about me. I'm the hunted one now. So fine, I've got a bit more autonomy here. I can make decisions here. I don't need to push now. Let me save it in case I need it at the end. And you did need it at the end, of course. It was quite a, how can I put it, quite a robust finish, right? And do you remember that finish? Do you remember what happened when it seemed as though you guys almost touched at one point?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, so I think like around 1K, I want to go to run next to her.
1K left, so you nearly finished the race.
And I was like, try to go next to her. I didn't know that she's blocking me actually. So I was like, I see her again in front of me. I try here, I thought, oh, she's so fast, I can match her cadence.
You can't match her.
I thought, yeah, I can match her cadence. I didn't know that she's trying to like block me. So I just stayed behind her. And at the time passed, we smash it. I feel like, I can't tell you, I feel like somebody gave me like, wake up call, like some crazy alarm or something. I was like, boom. My head was like, boom.
Because you just exploded.
Yeah, it's just become like, I shocked actually.
Were you shocked by how quick you were able to run at the end?
No, I was shocked when when we smash each other. I would like really wake up and I was like, try to sprint as hard.
Oh, so you think that knock actually helped you?
Yeah, helped me a lot.
Wow.
It's really helped me.
And a question I think a lot of us who are non-elite athletes think about is, you know, you guys, of course, at the top level are competing with each other, right?
Yeah.
You know, because only one person can get gold, right?
Yeah.
Does that affect your relationship with these fellow athletes off the track? Is it hard to be friends with people off the track when part of your job is to try and beat them on the track?
To me, it's most of the time, actually, I don't really have on the track, like we talk and, because most of the time, I think as an athlete, it's better you focus on yourself because you can you can only control about yourself. But it's good also having competitive, that make actually the sport beautiful, When
you make a record and then someone beats that record, how do you feel?
I don't really care. It actually motivates me. Like when Faith break my mile record and everybody's so sorry, I was like, no, it's good because I know I can go harder.
What was your mile record?
It was 4:12.
4:12, 4 minutes and 12 seconds.
Yes, she broke, I think, like 4:07. And now I believe, I want to try before I jump into the marathon, I was like, oh, I can break that record. Now, actually, Faith make it easy. It's like, I know that's possible. Like the record I break was 20-something years old record. And
so you broke a 20-year-old record,
yes,
and after you broke it...
And 2 years or 3 years, she broke it.
But we see this, don't we? We saw this with Roger Bannister and the 4-minute mile. He breaks it after... Well, he becomes the first human being to run under 4 minutes. And I think 8 people break it in the next 2 years.
A minute later, yeah, exactly.
Because the mentality has changed.
Yeah.
And I think she has just announced that she wants to try and break the 4-minute mile barrier later this year, I think. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I hear that. It is very good. Like, it's actually, I'm very starting proud of many athletes because they always stuck in one place. Now they are taking challenge. You know, that's what I want. Like, especially to me, or actually when they broke this, when they broke that, I really wanted the break now. So I know it is possible. It's like, I'm sure when athletes now they want to do trade event and go to track and go back to marathon. It is easy because I have done. But if you never see somebody done, it is very hard because you are taking risk. But they know that I have done. It is easy for them. But I'm so happy, like athletes now starting taking challenge. You know, they don't have to. Why we have to wait till somebody try? Why we don't try ourselves?
I know it's very important to you to inspire women, isn't it? In fact, I read a quote from you, which was, females will always have challenges, but the challenge is like practicing. It helps you get stronger to become a warrior.
Mm-hmm. You know why is this important? I want to actually inspire everybody. To me, it is because female are generation. If the female is strong, if it's strong mother, if you're a wife or your mother, somebody stronger, the child she produces, the child she feed is going to be stronger. That is a matter of like when female is strong, the man is also strong. It's not I was focused only the female is strong as man. No, we're different. I'm different. Even every man is different. Mm-hmm. So I don't have to be strong as man. I'm strong in a different way. He's strong in a different way. He's born different. I'm born differently. But I'm equal as human being. I believe that. I believe in equality. But I don't believe really that I'm strong as this. No, I'm not strong. But to me, I want to motivate human because I want to motivate all human beings. Because female are really generation. If the mother is weak, the child will be weak. Whether a boy or whether a girl. That one. Like if the mother is exercise, the child will exercise. If the mother is good in her head, the child will be good in his head.
Yeah, I love that message. I think my wife would love it even more, that message.
Yeah, exactly.
I think she would very much be agreeing, going, yes, you're absolutely right. It's interesting. I can't speak for Ethiopia or for the Netherlands, but one thing that we see in the UK, and I think in many other Western countries, certainly the US, I know is the same. I don't know in the Netherlands, that once girls get to their teenage years, their physical activity starts to decline. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we know that we have a generation of young girls, teenagers, women who are not moving their bodies as much as would be good from a health perspective. Okay, now there's many reasons for that. One thing that I know some women feel, and men for that reason, but let's just keep this on women for a minute, is that they often feel self-conscious about their bodies. Okay, they don't like the way that they look, and therefore that sort of shame or embarrassment stops them from, let's say, going for a run or going to the gym. If there is a lady or even a teenage girl listening to us talk right now who feels a bit embarrassed to go out there and go for a run. She's worried that people are looking at her. She doesn't like the shape of her body or whatever it might be. What would you say to her?
So I say to her that, you know, that the confidence that she does have is because she's not exercise. When people not exercise, they become the physical body become weaker. When you are weaker, it doesn't matter how beautiful you are. you can't have confidence. Just start exercising. When she becomes strong, her confidence build. Even just being healthy, strong, it's actually what build confidence. And look at yourself and you say, I'm strong. If your body is strong, you don't see that you're not beautiful, you're not looking good. You think you are looking good, you are better because something connects you, your neuro, your brain is connected. Oh, you're strong. That's the why female and male are also different. Like male is because they're born that way. They think, that I think that's what I'm going to say. They have to exercise. I will especially just don't sit behind the computer. They have to exercise. They have to move to have that confidence back.
In the 2024 medal ceremony, you wore your headscarf to the ceremony, and it seemed to cause quite a lot of noise on the internet. Was she making a statement? Was she trying to say something and send a message to the world? From your perspective, what actually happened?
To me, it's like, look, okay, I'm no hijabi girl, to be honest. Like a Muslim, according to religion, you have to cover whole body. But I do the hijabi to also send the message because I have learned from childhood in the Muslim people who wear hijab, they don't have confidence. They think the man is telling them to wear. They think they don't have, they are not smart and they are so weak. So I just want the word. No, they are very smart people. They are very independent. They are very strong. I just want to say, see, you could be Muslim and be strong and say whatever you want to be like in the good manner. Be just with a good morality. You could be Muslim female and have great education, be sport, be stronger. So that I want to see. It's also it's Muslim is actually they choose to be Muslim. Yeah. I choose to be Muslim. Nobody forced me.
It sounds like you wanted to almost, break down barriers and judgment and go, hey, look, I'm a gold medalist. I just kicked ass in the Olympic marathon and won an incredible sprint out. And I'm also someone who wears a headscarf to sort of break down that judgment, which, of course, there's a lot of judgment and discrimination in the world. Very empowering message you were trying to put out there.
Yes.
Did you get much pushback and much negativity, or do you not even take any attention of that kind of stuff?
I didn't really get any attention. Because to me, both of them, I don't take attention. Because if you also search for positive, one day they're going to crush you. If you also search for negative, both of them, it's not necessary. It's good that people say it's great, but it's good. If you want to be greatest, don't search for any attention. Don't search for the bad. Don't search for good also. You will be greater because you just do what is right, what is good for you. Other way, it's like they're gonna in your head, people will decide for your life. It's good to also talk with the people, choose what is good and talk, be open-minded, also flexible. But it's not necessary to search for both attention. Do not, I'm gonna say, especially the children, don't search for any attention. To be greater.
I completely agree. If you let the good go to your head, the negativity is going to bring you down as well.
The one who put you up going to put you also down. And then
like you said before, without sad, there's no happy.
No, there is no,
Right? It's the balance of life.
Without success, there is no failure. Without failure, there is no success also.
Yeah.
So that is what I say. And then, exactly. This is what I just want to show in the world, they deserve.
I've been wearing a Whoop band for about a year now, and it has had a transformative impact on my health and well-being. I've gained so many different insights, how different types of exercise or life stress affect my recovery, how different evening routines affect my sleep, and overall, it's helped me understand my own body much better. Whoop is the only wearable that turns your health and fitness data into personalized guidance, and I'm pleased to announce that the all-new Whoop band is now here, 7% smaller, and with 14 plus days of battery life. The all-new Whoop includes so many exciting new features, including hormonal insights and on-demand ECG readings. But I think for me, my own personal favorite is HealthSpan. And seeing this regularly helps motivate me and keep me on track with my habits. Now, I've been a medical doctor for over 20 years. I think it's really important to use the Whoop data as a tool to help guide you, not as something to dictate your life. Honestly, I don't think health wearables are necessarily for everyone, but for some people like me, they can be absolutely game-changing. If you join Whoop right now, they are giving my audience the all-new Whoop 5.0 device, plus they are giving you the first month completely free. And if you're still not sold yet, there's also a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it out for free. Go to join.whoop.com/live more. Hey guys, I really hope you're finding this useful. If you are and you want more content like it, please do check out my book, Make Change That Lasts, 9 Simple Ways to Break Free from the Habits That Are Holding You Back. It's in all the usual places as a paperback, ebook, and as an audiobook, which I'm narrating. Now, back to the video. You seem to have a lot of mature life wisdom, right? That often we don't associate with people until they get quite a bit older. And I'm interested to know, do you think that comes largely from your upbringing, the fact that you've had to move countries and get used to different cultures and different ways of living? Or do you think it's come through your athletic journey and running? Or is it everything?
No, I think to me it's like, believe me, you will be intelligent if you travel around. I wasn't born that way. I cannot tell you genetically I'm this. No, it comes. I don't also tell you from athlete background because I know many athletes. Yesterday somebody asking me, you try everything to be good. Where it come from? Because I didn't see many Ethiopians do that in running. I say because I travel around. See, just as a young, move to this country, move to that. It just open up your mind. Where you get actually free school. Like we have to go to school as child. This is also great school actually. It just, I think, just great school, great university. You can call it great university.
Yeah. I think travel is amazing.
It's amazing.
Because it shakes you out of your belief system.
Yeah.
You think the world is a certain way, and you travel, you're like, oh, there's another way to operate in the world. There's another belief system.
Exactly.
There's other ways that people live in harmony with completely different beliefs to me.
Yeah.
And I really do believe that, of course, not everyone can travel, but more travel, I think, would really make the world a lot happier and there'd be less discrimination.
Yeah, exactly. Because you see, now when I talk to people, I know when I talk to in Ethiopia people, Netherlands or America, I have totally different opinion than the person because I see differently because I live in Netherlands, I live in Ethiopia. This time, I went to Kenya for 3 months. It made me actually, I want to learn in Kenya. I want to learn about Kenya culture in university or something. It look like, I feel actually part of like, oh, they're Africa, they're like my home, or they think this way, this is the way they did it. That's it.
It's that curiosity that sort of seems to permeate everything you do.
Exactly.
Right? That curiosity, what's possible? What can I learn here? What's the language you grew up speaking in Ethiopia?
I speak, they call Oromo language. So one of, I think, maybe half done. People speak 15% of people, they speak the language. In Kenya also, because in the border, many people they are Kenya, they speak the Oromo language.
Did you also grow up speaking English?
No, I just learned.
Okay, this is interesting. What the language is called Oromo?
Yes.
So you grew up speaking that language.
Yes.
Then you are a refugee to the Netherlands.
Yes.
And you didn't speak Dutch at the time. So you had to learn Dutch.
I have to learn Dutch. I really don't speak that much English. I just know from school because you just have one language, one subject. So when I come to Netherlands, I immediately, in 3 weeks, I was in the Netherlands, everybody speaks English. I learned quicker English than Netherlands. Because
you learned English in Netherlands?
Quicker, yeah, because Netherlands language is very tough. So what they did help me. I was become lazy to learn the Dutch because I was already uncomfortable. So I'm like, well, I have to suffer with this language when I'm speaking English.
But then you did learn Dutch.
I did learn, and they said after 3 years, I moved to Dutch coach. I start learning Netherlands. I was also tell myself, no, this is really bad when I speak in the TV. And what I like also about Dutch, they like when you speak their language. We try. So I was like, okay, I have to become better.
Just before we came in to record, I had the pleasure of meeting your coach, Tim.
Yeah.
And I've been reading quite a lot about your coach recently. And one of the things I came across was on your way to the 2023 London Marathon, again, this marathon that you'd never done before, he basically shared in an interview that, I think you said it as well, that quite soon before the marathon, you were thinking of even pulling out. But I think your team had said, look, London have just announced it. It won't be good for their marketing. So you didn't want to let down the marketing of the event. So you go, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Even in the coach, I think on the way to the start line, you were thinking about pulling out. Should I really be doing this? And he mentioned that you guys made a bet that I think he proposed to you that if you win, I'll give up sugar until the end of the year. But you came back with a higher bet, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. I thought we were joking because he's very addicted to sugar before. And I was like, as a joke, okay, if I win, you're not going to eat until Paris Olympic. That was 1 year and a couple months, I think. He's like, okay, deal. And we just make us a joke. And suddenly I thought, I never thought I'm going to win. I ended up winning. Tim was really struggling. He really gave up.
He gave it sugar for 14 months.
He really gave up.
Very few of us in life can succeed by ourselves. How important is your relationship with your coach, Tim?
It is very good. Tim is actually, he's also very curious. I used to, Tim is actually, when I come up with something, he never say it's impossible. He's very curious also. He's also a risk taker. He think, yeah, it's possible. Every time you say, yeah, why not, Is that make really easy for me. That's also, when I come out with 3 events, he's actually the one of, I announced like a month before I'm going to do 3 events. He's the one of really supportive. That I think you need. As an athlete, you coach have to be one of the greatest support. Like, you're going to be, as a coach, like you are actually coaching an athlete. It's a big team. Like it's 2 brain work as one. I feel like your coach doesn't really support you, whatever your decision make, you are down. It's like, so I say, when athlete being curious, they have to choose that their coach is the one who supported them.
I heard an interview with your coach, Tim, with a friend of mine, Floris, from the Extra Milist podcast. And I think Floris asked him about advice for coaches. And he said many things, but one of the things he said I really, really loved, he said, never, ever joke negatively with your athletes. And I really like that. I thought it is, yes, it's important for athletes, but even in a marriage, in a relationship with your children, like never joke about something negative. And I thought that was a really insightful piece of advice.
Yeah, I think he's very smart, by the way, because it's true. Because athlete and coach are so close, as even our brain have a lot of. To myself, I have a lot of negative things in coming to when I make decision. Then that come to the athlete also make, maybe true. Maybe she's or he better. Maybe I can't do, that this tell you. It is very important also to know.
Yeah, I think it also resonated with me because I was chatting to my kids recently about this. This is before I heard that interview with Tim. And one of them made a joke, just a stupid joke, but I said, hey, listen, even if your sibling believes 1% of that, right? Even though you meant it as a joke, that can have implications for that person later on.
It's true.
Right? Do not joke negatively.
It's true.
Find something else to joke about, but not about someone's weakness or what you perceive as a weakness. And it, just hearing that made me think, God, he really must be a wonderful coach.
No, he's great. No, it is really true also because, like, especially with the children, the parents are role model. If you joke about it, they really take serious. They may say they're laughing, but in their head, when they come, like, maybe that's true. When the difficulty time, they don't search for solution. They say, maybe I'm stupid. Like if you have a child, like girl child, if you talk about how strong female is, how the success is, they will want to become like that success. If you always tell about other story, how wow, amazing, she did amazing thing. Because I know as a child, I hear like my mom was talk. When some female did amazing things, she always said, wow, that's what amazing thing she did. I was like, I want to be like that person. So people can't say also. That's what As a child, you just you don't know anything. You just take it.
Sifan, you've experienced many different challenges in your life up to this point. What would you say is the hardest thing you've ever done?
The hardest things is I have done is, it was the hard when I moved from Netherlands to US. Like when I was like, I already know, I'm safe, I've success, I've get to survive, I have enough money, but I may lose everything. And I have to go back to school, educate, and have again a job. So that's the hardest thing. What right now I'm in a good position. If I could keep for 5-6 years, I could own something, I could survive. But I say, I'm going to choose to go to that. And it could be ended up, things go different way. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, I choose, okay, if things doesn't work, I do try 3-4 years. I go to school and go back to school, have my diploma or degree, and then I go to work. That's the hardest thing. The other hardest thing is when I decide Tokyo Olympic to do 3 events when I wasn't have any Olympic medal.
Wow. And each of those hard things that you did or put yourself forward for you has paid dividends. Mm-hmm. But for some people, they don't always. Sometimes they try and do something hard and it doesn't pay off.
Yeah, it doesn't pay off. I had also really hard years in 2022. Mm-hmm. It didn't pay off. I was really struggling. But it's not always, but keep working, never give up.
Yeah. Many people who listen to this show, Sifan, really enjoy something called Park Run, which is a weekly 5K run every Saturday morning that people do in community and in groups, okay? You are an elite athlete, one of the world's best female runners. I've got 2 running questions for you, okay? For someone who is not a runner, but wants to build up to running 5K, what is your advice for them? And for someone who already runs a 5K regularly, but wants to get a PB, a personal best in 2025, what advice would you have for them?
So the first advice what I give it, not only 5K, every runner. Many runners, they don't do gym. They have to. Gym is one of important for your life. They have to lift. They have to do heavy lift. Even the people who's older, when they become 60, 50, 65, whatever, they have to do lift. That's very important. Don't only run. Because number 1, you're going to avoid the injury. Number 2, your bone density is going to be stronger. Number 3, what I say for the younger girl, you're going to become stronger and a confidence. If you're going to improve your PB, you're going to look at yourself. If you feel strong, and you're going to run also the fastest. So then don't forget your core. Don't forget the gym. This heavy lift, everything. I do a lot of lifts. They think, why you don't bigger? Because you cannot get bigger. Your body adapted to what you more do. If you do at the gym every day 5 hours, yes, you're going to be. If you do 2 times gym, 1 hour heavy lift, you're not going to be. You just become stronger, and you also have more growth hormone. That means you are actually more fitter. Number 2, also don't avoid speed. When you do speed, you make your right and left. So
ventricles and your heart.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you make one stronger. When you do long distance, I think you make your left vertebrae stronger. So it is good for your heart also to do longer, also to do sprint. And also when you do that's the way. If you do long run, I don't know, some people do 20-minute long run, some people do 45, some people do 90 minutes, and do that. The other also, don't only run. Do sometimes biking. Go to pool. That's how you're going to run PB. Because our brain loves to play.
Yeah.
They don't like to do one thing. They get bored. Maybe they're going to go good at it, but you're not going to improve. But if they do something, number 1, they're going to enjoy sport. The other also, they just going to improve also. So wherever, if you run, but also editing. If you have pool, add you pool also. Other way, I don't know, do core or gym, and then you're going to run PB.
Love it. You're someone who smiles a lot, even when you're taking on a really difficult challenge. What does the word happiness mean to you?
Number one, why I smile, I learn. I learn after this sadness, going to be something great coming. Like what I learned, like it's not going to stay there. So like the depressed, yesterday I was like, okay, I made sad, I didn't win, you know. But I know the day will come when I will actually going to have more happiness. So that I'm thinking like, okay, actually, you know, my most of goal had made it when I lost, not when I win. When I lost, I make actually great goal, like crazy goal. I don't know why.
Wow.
I know I'm not going to be always happy. Sometimes I'm depressed, sometimes I'm angry, sometimes I'm sad.
Yeah, the full breadth of experience, like long, slow runs and short, fast runs. Happiness, sadness, anger, calm. You know, it's good to experience everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. You know, talking to you is just so inspiring. I can see why so many people around the world truly love you, right? And feel connected to you and feel that when they watch you run or speak, that they feel that they can do better things in their own life, right? And I'm pretty sure after today's conversation, a lot of people will also feel inspired by your curiosity, your playfulness, your directness as well. You know, you don't sort of hide your words. You tell it as you see it, which I find, and I think many people find really, really inspiring. There's a lot of people around the world who feel as though they're in a dark place. Okay, they can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. You're someone who has also been in those dark places before.
Exactly.
To finish off this conversation, for that person who's watching right now, who does feel that their life is not going in the way that they want it to go, and that they cannot see light at the end of the tunnel, what would your final words to them be?
If you look at me, the people who even, if the person who watch, who knows Sifan, or maybe he never said, now he's Googling, look at it. He said, oh, wow, what she done is great. Believe me, whatever you feel inside you, I feel the same. Even now, I think the things is not going the way I want. I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm happy. So even the girl you think, the woman you think is success, feeling the same as you feel. Maybe the people, the success people, they don't say. They're actually the one who fare more. Because when they're success also, you want more success, more success. They think doesn't go the way they want. Maybe couple thing, they try. Maybe 3-4 things go the way they want. Maybe 20 things doesn't go the way they want. You only see the one success thing. So think it, wherever you think about it, wherever you have it, I have it, I experience. Even now. I want to win. Yesterday I didn't win. Because I already have great names. They say she's winner, she's hero, she's that. I want to do that, but it didn't happen. You think I did angry? I was like angry at myself when I want to sleep, but that's human being. That's all. We are the same. Believe me, nobody is special. It's just matter of experience. Matter of just trying. Just keep going. So believe in that. That's what I say.
Sifan, you're an incredible human being. You're inspiring millions of people around the world. Thank you for making some time to come on my show.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
If you enjoyed that conversation, then I think you are really going to enjoy this one.
Most things that adults are doing that is counterproductive have a logic, a certain logic, a twisted logic, you might say, that dates back to their early childhood, where that behavior made a certain sort of sense. Yeah.